Do 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 do.
Dang me. Better grab a rope and hang me.
And bang me.
Grab a rope and bang me? What are you into?
Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today is...
Kyle McIntyre, like always.
Like always. All right, let's get into it. Kyle, what is new in your world? What's grooving? What's shaking? What is good?
I bought some paddles, so I kind of...
Bought some paddles?
Some paddles.
You got some paddles.
Yeah, I got some paddles for my paddleboard. So I kind of ventured outside of my familiar territory of Boss. And I've gone to this new boutique brand that I really like. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're mixers. You heard those?
Oh, the mixers, yeah.
Yeah, mixers.
Catalina wine mixers. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got some MXR pedals, and you have MXRs, but I've been looking at that blue box. So
okay, that's the fuzz, right?
It's a fuzz, yeah. So I will probably mod that.
Yeah.
Kind of make it into a little beast of a pedal. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I gotta look into what I'm actually doing on it, but I'm pretty sure it's like literally clipping. All you do is just take your snips and snip the diodes.
Okay.
Diodes and resistors, but we'll see. And then I got a chorus pedal also. So it's supposed to be similar to a CE2 and like a quarter of the price. So that's kind of where I was going.
Which one was it? Was it the blue one or the yellow?
It's a blue one.
The yellow one. Okay.
It's a blue one.
Okay.
So that's kind of new with me. I got a new video game.
What'd you get?
I got Far Cry 5. So it's like
Is that a
first person, kind of like it takes place in Montana.
Is it a shooter game?
It's a shooter. Yeah, but it's more than that. It's kind of like GTA mixed with like an RPG kind of feel where you build your character up after, basically there's like a cult taking over a county and you kind of just kill them all.
So you just like
take territory back, new guns, So
you're just pawning all the noobs on that game?
All NPCs, so yeah, they're noobs.
Is it a multiplayer game?
It can't, yeah. So you can do like campaign. So that's it though. I don't think you can face. I haven't gotten that far into that aspect. I've just been playing campaign mode and kind of. There's an arcade mode. I know that. So
what the hell does that mean?
I have no idea. Don't ask me stupid questions, Brian.
That one and PUBG. Even
PUBG. I'm not good at that game, but I downloaded another one that's very similar. Fortnite.
What the hell is the difference?
Fortnite is...
You're like, I'm good at Fortnite. I suck at PUBG.
Not really either one. But Fortnite's kind of interesting. It's like you can build defenses. And so let's say you're on your own, you're running away from someone, you build a wall so they can't shoot you. And then you keep running, or you build like a tower, but PUBG is like pretty realistic where it's like you get shot and you have to hide behind a tree or run into a building or, so really interesting stuff. Find me on Xbox One.
Yeah, what's your gamer tag?
The Vile Kyle.
Your tagger name?
That's it. The Vile Kyle. It's Vile with a Y.
There you go.
Kyle with a Y.
Oh shit! Going up.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's new with me. Getting back into playing video games.
Getting my game back.
Yeah. So I still love going back to Battlefield 1 though. So if you really want to run in a squad with me.
Weren't you saying that's because it's an old game? It's probably like...
probably the people have moved on to other games.
There's probably a lot more kids.
It's still really difficult, man. There's some moments where you just want to throw your controller. Yeah.
Just smash it.
It's such a good game though. People hate it because it's like it doesn't have that arcade feel. It's like
because they fucking suck at it.
Yeah. You die and you gotta wait to respawn, and then
You
you
gotta
know
put
it's a
quarters in there or
huge-
something or what?
Yeah, you put a corner on the screen, quarter on the screen, so you know someone knows that you're up next. You know.
Yeah.
So
My turn next.
yeah. So what's new with you, Brian?
I have since we have been on, I have sold quite a few pedals, and which is good, moving them along, stuff that I haven't used in a while. So I sold my Matthews Chemist.
Okay.
It's cool. I mean, I like the Southampton
Yeah.
utility knife better, so sold it. Another pedal just didn't really use that much is the Boss Bass Chorus. It was cool, but you know, I like the
You
Julia.
sold the Boss pedal without
Oh, yeah.
talking to me about it first.
Yeah, but it's not going to fit on your board. You already got too many
Yeah.
Boss pedals. You're on the MXR now. But I did sell an MXR bass envelope filter.
That's
It was
fine.
like
I
it was like
would've
a
wanted
yeah,
it.
it was kind of a
What is that? Like a compressor kind of thing, or
it's like a funk kind of wah thing. I thought it was going to be cool. Like I got it a while ago. I was like, "Oh, this would be this is not going to work out." But sold it, you know, all of them on Reverb, and yeah, it was all pretty easy. And then I sold my full tone OCD. Had to let that one go. Just wasn't using it. And had quite a
did you tell the guy to get a proper power supply when you sold to him?
get a proper power supply, you fucking idiot. Don't run the daisy chain, you asshole. Yeah, so I gave him the whole.
Thanks for your purchase.
Thanks for the purchase, by the way. So I had
Thanks
like
for your patronage.
I had like normal. Most of my Reverb sales are just quick, like wham bam, thank you, sir. And this one was like super fishy. It was really weird. It kept like the guy was
The
like
OCD you're talking about?
the OCD that I sold, and it was like, you know, like
Did the guy have like OCD or something? Not yet.
No, I don't know. But he was just like constantly just like these weird questions. He messaged me on Reverb, which or whatever, asking questions like, "Oh, what version is it?" So I cracked it open and looked at it. I'm like, "Oh, it's a version 1.7 because
He's
there's
like,
a
wait, did you open it? I don't want it.
million fucking versions." He's like, "Oh, I'm actually looking
Yeah.
for 1.1, 1.2, 1.3." And I was like, "Okay, well, I don't have any one of those. See ya." And he didn't contact me for like maybe a week. And then he just straight up bought it. He's like, "Okay, cool. I'm just going to pay your full, you know, like asking price. Here you go." And I'm like, didn't even try and barter at all, which I'm like, I sometimes do. Like most people put room to barter, like a couple bucks or whatever, you know, because people are going to lowball your ass or whatever. And then he's like, "Okay, cool. Well, I really need it. Like, I'm going to be out of town at this date and I won't be returning until this date. Like, just send it like, you know, right now. And then in case I'm not home, you know, don't require shipping, you know, or like a signature." And I'm like, no. Well, if you're, and then because of that, he's like, well, that made me fishy. I'm like, I'm going to go through Reverb. Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
when somebody says like, "Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it." And he said like, "I'll sign a waiver. I'll send you a waiver and sign it that I'm like, you know, all liability on me." And I'm like, well, you're like putting that out there. I'm like, I wouldn't have thought you were a scammer, and now I think you're a scammer.
Yeah.
And I told him like, no, I'm gonna buy a shipping label through Reverb, and you are gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have to sign for it, because that's the only way that they cover their asses.
Yeah.
Like seller protection, basically. Because if I didn't, then it would have. I could have just sent it there, and the guy could have been like, "Oh, I never got it."
Yeah.
Ooh, and then I
well.
get the pedal and money back, and then I'm screwed. So anyway, so it kept on going back and forth, and the guy was he kept on saying, "Oh no, I don't need a signature. Don't need a signature. Don't do a signature." And I'm like, "Whoa, dude!" I'm like, I am totally fine with canceling this fucking sale. Like,
yeah.
and how badly do you need an OCD? Like, and I was selling it like for like maybe $20 cheaper than buying one new.
Dang.
Just fucking buy one if you really, really need one at a specific time. They are all over fucking Guitar Center. Just
Yeah.
go to one.
Go.
Yeah. Sam Ash, anywhere you can buy like next day shipping. And I'm like, I'm not like you're going to get it at this time. And he's like, "Okay, well, I need you to hold it till this time and then don't ship it till then. So it will be home. Like, I'll be home by the time you get it." I'm like, dude, this is a fucking not even worth, you know, $100 or $95 or whatever the hell I sold it for. I'm like, and I got to the point, I'm like, "I'll cancel it." And he's like, "No, don't cancel it. Don't cancel it."
Jeez.
And then like, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a fucking problem." Hopefully I covered everything. My base is my ass or whatever. And then he got it. There's no
Nice.
problem. Nothing. There was nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, he got
You
it.
got
He
your
liked
money.
it. He gave me my 5 stars and said, "One of the best sellers on Reverb. Buy from this guy." And I'm like, the fuck? I think the guy, like, I thought he was a scammer, but I think he's just a fucking idiot. Like,
Probably.
just like some dipshit that didn't know that you can go to a store and buy a full tone OCD. Just
But you'd rather buy local. Where'd you send it?
like Northern California.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, so that was just the weirdest thing. I'm like, I've never had any fishy things on Reverb, and this was like really shortly after talking with RJ from Teletalks.
yeah.
Shout out. When he told his story about like a guitar or pedal or something, and then he got screwed over because it like got delivered to the wrong address, quote,
Yeah.
and then they never got it, quote, and then he had to get his money taken away because it went back to the purchaser. So it was like because of that story, I was like, and so I was messaging RJ, and I'm like the screenshots. He's like, RJ said the same thing. He's like, I don't think the guy's a scammer. I think he's just a fucking idiot. He's just like, the guy's just a fucking pain in the ass. But you really should do that reverb protection, especially for this guy. Especially if he tells you don't do reverb protection, you should probably do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he's probably going to scam you. But other than that, I've sold some stuff. I got a couple things on the chopping block. So I like...
what's left?
I have a T-Rex bass juice, like bass fuzz distortion thing.
Why would you ever get that?
I got it when I bought an amp. A guy, like, sold his whole rig to me for really cheap. Because he's like, why do I want this pedal? You can just have it. Because I'm like, he's like, I don't have an amp anymore. So
here you go.
just take it, yeah. Or a bass. So just take this whole thing.
Dang.
So, and I'm like, they're not well known, but apparently they're really good. I don't know. Nobody really wants it. So I guess if I can't sell it, I'll hold on to it. It doesn't sound that bad, but I'm just like, why have that when I have a Sans amp? Or
You should put all the pedals that you can't get rid of in like a cabinet, like a curio cabinet with lights and stuff. So you can be like, that was the one I couldn't sell back in 2018.
that was the one that nobody wanted but me.
Maybe they want it now.
Yeah.
Nope.
So that's kind of one thing that's new with me moving stuff. This is like this is my flip and flippers part of the podcast.
Whoa,
flipping, selling
whoa.
stuff. Whoa,
The flipping jerks, man.
Yeah. But recently I told you guys about that 8030 that I bought, that head.
Yeah.
And I brought it to the studio, and we started using it at band practice. And it is fucking sick to have like a stereo, not really a stereo rig, but I'm running a wet dry rig. So like doing 4-cable method with my JCM 900. So all the effects and, delays and stuff like that. And then I'm running completely dry into the 8030. It just fills up the sound, and it's not super loud either, which is cool because I'm like, I don't have either amp blaring, which like sometimes when at band practice, I had to like a 50-watt amp, just like I had to like crank the shit out of that to keep up with your SVT Classic 810 rig. And it just sounds really cool. I'm like, even the drummer was like, whoa, I dig it. Like, it's like, it sounds good. And he's running in-ears, and he's gonna,
Yeah, dude.
like, it's the fact that even a drummer can notice that, not to downplay Brian or anything, but it's like,
He's doing his own thing.
yeah, we're doing our own thing. And then he dug it. So that was for me. I'm like a little bit of validation, because you know how like you always do different things and nobody cares or notices.
Yeah, like cut your hair and no one gives a fuck.
That I'm like, I don't care about my hair,
Yeah, you
but
do.
I don't care about anybody else because I know it looks bitchy.
You're going for that Gohan chic.
Go on, chic. I'm trying to fucking fight Frieza, dog. But like with the sound and your tone, and when somebody notices, I'm like, nice. I'm like, you get you like pep in your step. You're like, fuck, other people notice. But yeah, that was me. I'm like, that was a great buy. I love that fucking amp. I love that. I love playing like 2 amps. Like, why play 1 when you can play 2?
Or you play 3.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of what's news. Let's get into a couple topics, huh? What do you say?
Nah, I'm all right. I think that we're going to cut it right here.
That was enough of an episode for you guys, right? You guys
This interview's over.
Unchain me.
Yeah.
I have you shackled to do a fucking podcast.
You're like waterboarding me before we start.
Beer boarding you. You just like pretend like you don't like it. Like, oh no. Get it, crack open another one, boy.
I wouldn't even know how that works. That's very insensitive.
To beer board somebody?
Yeah, you're wasting a bunch of beer. I bet there's a lot on the floor.
Yeah, well then you pour it in like a bucket underneath, and then you funnel it back.
They're in like a big
like a big
those like beverage buckets.
Yeah, skunky ass beer.
Yeah,
dump it on somebody.
That'd be a bad move.
Okay, so the first topic I do have is artist endorsements.
Yeah.
How does that influence your buying? Does it influence your buying at all? Like, if somebody played something that would it like catch your eye? Would it make you kind of want to buy that one thing?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, well, let's go for it. Let's kick it off for me.
Well, I think it goes back to when I was like a kid. You see, Mike Herrera is repping Ernie Ball, and you're like,
still does, yeah.
Yeah, I want that, So I'm thinking then, and I'm thinking now, like, I still think like that. But in like like, oh, that's not, not cool, but like, oh, I want to play like that. I want to sound like that. Still, I guess it's still exactly like that. Yeah. But, I mean, recently I've seen like rig rundowns, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
I want that.
It kind of like brings light to different things.
I don't care how much that is.
Maybe one of the reasons you bought that blue box, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw an artist
brand new, right?
Endorsement.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, well, he kind of just like said like, oh, yeah, I have the blue box. And you're like, oh, shit, those are cheap pedals.
Yeah, those are cheap pedals. And
if he can make it sound fucking good, yeah.
And then also a rig rundown of the Deer Hunter. They have just crazy, crazy pedal rigs. I mean, they have, Strymon out the ass.
Yeah.
Just amazing stuff.
Custom guitars, like boutique amps, and just like Strymon pedals, like for days.
Yeah, and I saw one of his, and I think Casey has one Strymon pedal, and that's the Blue Sky. And I was like,
the Big Sky.
Sorry, that's blue. I don't want the Blue Sky.
The big Sky, big dog. Yeah,
yeah, the Big Sky. Yeah, so the Big Sky, and it just kind of put it on my radar. Like, dang, I fucking want that pedal. I want to be able to just dial in whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
If I get tired of something, I just change the setting. Because there's a million of them. Maybe not a million, but there's a lot.
Well, yeah, and then they use a lot of those like atmospheric kind of modulated reverb and stuff like that.
Like changing,
because they're like a big band.
Yeah, they have a very like theatrical presence.
Like a 7-person band, 6-person band, something like that.
It depends on what song it is. They have sometimes like
sometimes
orchestra.
Yeah, sometimes like his role is like not only lead vocals but just like
filling in,
kind of like filling up like the space with like texture, and he does that a lot with the Big Sky and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool rig rundown, and everyone's got Strymon pedals.
Yeah. I think he's the one that has like the least amount.
Yeah, so someone's got, I think, a Strifecta.
Yeah, he's got the Mobius.
Yeah,
and the Timeline,
and
the Big Sky.
Yeah, so those three.
I would like Mobius. Those are
maybe
cool.
We could have a Strifecta between us. Because you already have a Flint.
Yeah,
that'll just be like we could have Strymon board between us.
Yeah,
took us 18 years, but we got a Strymon board.
Like we don't even play like praise and worship, but we'd have the most like P-dub board.
P-dub, yeah.
P-dub P. There you go. We play it and like have her board and be like, oh, you guys playing praise and worship? Like, no, dude, we're playing annoying fucking pop punk bullshit, bro. Yeah, like, all right, see you later.
So it definitely influences, not that I've bought that, but it definitely like turns you on to like, oh, dang. Like, even I saw, Dustin Kensrue was repping Ernie Ball. He was like, this is what, this is my favorite guitar from this line, whatever. I'm like, that's sick.
And he does a lot of
I want that.
Walrus stuff too.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of where you see like he's doing the Julia.
Yeah.
And he's doing like a 385 like a drive, and he has his own Ren and Cuff pedal. So he's got his own signature pedal. And he's running a lot of like all these boutique pedals that he's doing himself,
Yeah, that's cool. It kind of definitely, I mean, maybe because I'm a small-minded individual who likes to spend money.
It'll like turn your eyes onto something small, like to certain companies that you would never really look at, I guess.
Yeah, and I think with some of them, they're not actually endorsed, but
yeah, I mean, they are endorsing.
They're endorsing it, but they're not like sponsored.
Yeah, and I think that's a big thing too. It's like recently, like Tom from MXPX.
Yeah.
Like he did that one podcast with Blake, Tone Mob. Great episode. Check it out.
Huge shout out.
Huge shout out. No, they actually gave me a shout out, which I was
That's
like,
pretty
I
cool,
basically shit myself. I was at work. I was like, so that's really cool. So thanks for that, Blake. But he's really into gear. He's into and he's into it like in a way that he's like, I don't want my shit to fucking break.
Yeah.
But I need to be able to either bring it on a plane or bring it to fly shows. He's like, okay, we're in Seattle. We're flying down to San Diego. We're going to do San Diego, Orange County, fly back home.
But you wouldn't think that a guy like that, like a pop punk band, would be so into gear, which is really cool.
Yeah. And he's got he recently posted, I saw his same picture that he posted on his Instagram, reposted 18 times. Every company's like, whoa, this is sick. He's got a legit setup. He's got his it's all down to bare bones, but stuff that you actually need. He's got maybe 8 pedals, but it's you could tell he uses exactly, he knows what he's doing. He's like, okay,
yeah,
I'm able to bring this pedal, and if there's a backline there, I can get this shit to work. Who cares if it's a Marshall, if it's a Mesa, if it's a Orange, whatever.
You just do a little dialing and you're good.
Yeah, because they've recently did shit in Japan, and they do stuff in Texas where they had Orange backline. He's like, I've never used an Orange amp, but let me figure it out. Boom, I have my pedal board. Boom, plug it in, go. He's got okay,
That's
use
pretty cool.
A quick modulation from a Julia. He does Keeley type stuff like that, and the stuff I'm like, oh shit, and he uses because his whole thing was okay, I want to stand by companies that are going to kind of stand by their product.
Was it Walrus he worked with closely to make something?
And Keeley, they have
both of them.
Yeah, he did custom made pedals from them. I think they made them for him or something like that. So it's it's really cool. So I look at stuff shit like that. I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm I never really looked at Keeley Oxblood, but that's what he used, and they made him an MXR or a MXPX printed version of that.
That's cool.
I was like, shit, maybe I need to get an Oxblood. It's like a clone. So
yeah.
And it's but he uses it. I'm like, maybe I need one of those. I already have a Julia, so I'm like, okay, that one checked off the list. And see, looking at his board, and people are into because he's into it too. So he's taking pictures of his rig, and he's like, okay, cool. He's like, I'm not sponsored, but
it's not like EVH where you couldn't get close to his.
Yeah, no, he's actually taking his phone and taking a picture of it or whatever. He's like, I'm not sponsored by any or all these companies, but I endorse these. This is my saying I like them, not that paid sponsorship. And then he even he says that, jokingly on his post, he's like, I'm not getting paid to do this. I just love this stuff, and you guys should check it out.
Yeah,
and he knows that his fans are into it because we're all kind of the gear nerds love it. People love that kind of thing. And it's actually really cool to see him comment on posts too. Yeah. Sure did this thing where I think they had their ad or whatever. They're for the GLX pedal tuner wireless thing. Yeah. Put that on your board, your receiver, and then you have your pack on your guitar. And then somebody says, oh, I don't know where to get a cable. What do you do that? And he actually commented on some kid's thing. He's like, oh, on Amazon, just type this in, search for this type of cable, and they're great. They're cheap. You can get a bunch of them. And if they break, you have another one. Yeah. And he's
that's pretty cool.
Responded to some kid, and they was like, whoa, that's Tom from MXPX. Actually just a dude. He's like, I bought this. I paid my money to buy this, and I use this wireless because I need something to work.
Yeah.
And it sounds good, and it works, and it sounds good, and it works. That's it. And so for me, I think that shit's kind of cool. But even back when I was younger, dude, the reason I bought Strats is because Billy Joe would play the Strats. Tom DeLonge from Blink-182 plays Strats, and Newfound Glory. All these bands played Strats with humbuckers. And I was like,
good thing you never bought another one.
And so I'm like, that's why I was super into them. And Mesa Boogies,
Oh yeah.
I was everybody played Mesa Boogies. If you had a Mesa Boogie on stage, a dual rectifier, the diamond plate thing, half stack, you were fucking in there. People were you show up to a show and people were fucking jealous. Then to a point, people are like, Mesa Boogies aren't cool anymore. But now I'm they are they've fallen out of style, but they're still some of the best amps.
Just put a blanket over it.
Yeah. And then put a blanket that has a picture of a Princeton or something, and people are like, well, that's boutique sound. I like that. I'd love
Princeton.
I'd love to run 4 barely on drive pedals in front of that amp to get it to sound kind of crunchy. Or you could have a fucking Mesa Boogie that
not
fucking
have
just
any.
rock your fucking socks off. But, you know, to each their own.
So now there's another side of an artist endorsing something, right?
The actual, like, people who are endorsed, I guess, right?
Yeah. No, I was going to say, like, someone endorses something, you're like, God, I don't want that.
Oh, okay. I was thinking of, like...
Okay, we go your route.
Yeah, mine is just a little bit, like, a nail on the head of, like, them actually getting paid. You know that they're sponsored. And
Yeah.
That's kind of the Fender and Mesa thing,
Well,
like, when we were younger. It's like, we knew Tom DeLonge was sponsored by Fender because
Yeah.
he had a Tom DeLonge signature.
Yeah.
And then they were all like, because like Tom was in the Mesa catalogs because he had like he had like a full, like 3 full stacks of Mesa and behind him. So you knew, Mesa wanted to get a piece of that Blink-182 action back when they were doing Enema and Take Off Your Pants. And it was like, to me, I was like, you knew that they were sponsored. And to me, in my head, I was like, oh man. And then even like drummers like always wanted to be OCD because it was like,
Yeah. Travis Barker.
yeah. And then like New Found Glory, Starting
Yeah.
Line, all those bands were into it. And so to me, I'm like, that could definitely influence if you're into the band. And to segue into your thing, what if you're not into the band? I'll fix it in post. How about that?
Yeah. I don't know if I have a specific example, but like you see someone like, oh, this is a BC Rich endorsed artist. Like, yep, stand away from that. That guy's probably
that's
new
a
metal.
brand you fucking hate.
Okay, hold on. What about Behringer? Oh, that's another one.
I got one for me.
All right, let's hear you.
And we kind of thought this when we were really young, when we were like 15 or whatever, when we were first starting, 15, 16 years old. We would see bands that would play, we're in our own words now, Ampeg SVT classic amps. And we thought those are fucking lame because it's like, what's cool than SVT classic? SVT 3 Pro, SVT 4 Pro, the rack mount
It's the
versions
same
with
brand.
the same fucking brand, but just a different type of head. It's because we would see bands like there was one band locally, I can't remember their name. They fucking blew. They were total douchebags to us. I can't remember their name. The Winded.
Yeah,
They were just fucking shitheads.
That sounds like the one.
They had a classic head that they were all too bunch of like.
It was like 04, 05.
They were too
Probably 05.
like they were too like literally like weak to pick the thing up and put it on top, so they would just lay it on the ground
Oh God.
because they were like it's what
Yeah, just lift with your legs.
85 pounds or something like that.
Just about everyone could like lift 80
And
pounds.
anyway, so we'd have the band drummer when we were teenagers, and then we'd see them play. I'm like, man, fuck that amp. And then we would see like My Chemical Romance and fucking Fall Out Boy play that amp. I'm like, double, triple, fuck that amp.
Because we didn't know that's like a fucking industry standard
until
amp.
until we grew up and became men. So when we were 18
Yep.
years old, we tried SVT Classic, shit ourselves, and then once we cleaned that up, we made sure to buy one. And Kyle had it.
Oh, yeah.
He's been an SVT Classic man ever since. So that was one like
Never looked back.
yeah, no. So it was just like a dumb thing. It's like we had like a shitty local band that we were like rivalry with.
Yeah.
That did not rivalry with.
Just insert mine over yours. So
But out there,
rivalry with.
Wait, anyway, so a local band that we did not like, and then also like didn't like My Chemical Romance at the time, and did not like Fall Out Boy at the
But
time.
you love them now.
No, I'm still not
My
a big
Chemical
fan.
Romance?
There's a couple jams that I'll bust out every now and then. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. I actually can listen to that. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's some sweet jams on this.
But not Black Parade.
No, I that
All those are phoned.
yeah.
We're getting off topic here, but
did not like that one.
Lame.
But 3 Cheers, that was a good solid
Yeah.
album. I like that one a lot. Anyway, but at the time we did not like them. It was just like a bad mojo.
I think
around
it was
those,
like, oh,
those
it's
bands.
super popular. like,
Bad mojo
I don't want to be a part
around
of
the
that.
SVT Classic.
Yeah.
And so we take that all back.
Because when you hate something, you see it more often.
I was kind of like that with Orange too.
Yeah. Why? Who played Orange?
Fucking Under Oath. Never a big fan of Under Oath. Sorry if you guys are. Whatever.
I like that one song.
I don't think I liked any of them. And
Just
so
that
I
one
would
song.
see them, and then I would see other like those random white belt emo pop punk bands. I can't even name them. Just like pick a card. Any of those would
All
play
Orange.
Orange. like 2x12s and those stuff like that. And I was like, man,
Hawthorne Heights.
yeah. And I was like, orange, that's a fucking dumb amp. Fucking dumb name. We get it. Your amp is orange. You call the company orange. Eating my words today. I play only
You could have
orange.
got in on the ground floor with that company.
I probably should have, yeah. And now I love orange. And they're such a cool fucking company. They're really big support of
Local
pop punk and punk bands.
Yeah.
Like they even like really supported La Escalera Records, which is a
That's
local company out of North Park. Friends of ours, they had a record, like their like 4-year festival, and they orange backlined. They provided the
That's
backline.
really cool.
And I was like, they're a San Diego company, and they're doing, you know, San Diego record label, you know, and then they're putting on this thing, and Orange believes in them to like provide the backline. So they helped sponsor the event, and I was like, not only do their amps fucking rule, I mean, fuck, bass amps are great. They fucking sound great. They look great.
Yeah.
Their guitar amps are killer. And then the companies, they're doing a lot with their tech too. Like even new pedals coming out, and I'm like, sometimes some of them I don't even understand what they're doing. Fucking killing it. So
Yeah.
it's a cool company. And back in the day, I thought they were fucking dumb. But not anymore. Maybe I've opened my mind. I'm older now. I'm a little bit wiser. So
A little bit.
what other ones would you say that you just didn't want to get behind because a shitty artist?
Crank amp. Yeah.
We had a buddy. We had a buddy who was like so convinced that it was going to be good. The crank amps look like garbage.
Yeah.
And all the bands that played them look like garbage. And my buddy bought one because he kind of got a good deal on it, but
Yeah.
like it was so high priced for what it was, and the company like I think like was fizzling out at the time that he bought it, so it was like, you know, kind of a closeout price, but it was still like $1,600 for an amp that he bought.
Like, was it 212 or something, or
Yeah,
smaller than that?
212 combo for like $1,600, and I was like, ooh, man, that.
It's not
Well,
even
I
like
mean,
a boutique amp. It's a
I'm like, well, at least it wasn't 2,500. So you got that going. I'm like, then I would have just bought a Mesa or a Marshall. Marshall JCM 2000. You would have been totally fine.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have shit the bed.
Yeah,
like
it shit the bed like I think
3
a
times.
friend,
or so.
yeah, told me they were on tour to shit the bed, and they just had to like, you know, use a buddy's HDFX Marshall.
Jesus.
So that's like a insult to injury right there.
Yeah.
And then it kept crapping out at shows or at band practice or whatever. But that was one thing, a company. And yet again, Fall Out Boy was playing crank amplifiers.
Oh my God.
So that was a band
I
that
know
I was
that.
like, oh, fuck that. I would see that shit
was
right
Crank-
next to an SVD Classic. I'm like, fuck both of those.
Was Crank more of like a metal kind of?
Yeah, it was Dimebag Darrell's
Oh.
company, I think. Or he had a Dimebag Darrell signature crank.
God rest
So I think
his soul.
yeah. RP in peace. Deuces.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I'm sure there are other brands that I go, ugh.
Yeah, but I mean, do you go, ugh, because of the endorsement or just because of
It's
the...
probably because it's like the connotation. Like I think of all these other, like these garbage bands.
like,
And also just tone, like, you know, whatever. But
for like Zach Wild, his Wild Industries or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
You're not into that
no.
because of Zach Wild's endorsement?
There's that, was it MXR has that Zach Wild
Black
distortion?
Label Society thing.
Yeah. Is it distortion pedal?
Yeah. And then he has a chorus too. And a wah.
Yeah, that's right. I know the wah.
Just stay away from all
Yeah,
those fucking
just
things.
stay away. But that's probably one where you're like, yep, not my style, and I'm staying away from that shit. You know?
Yeah. I think,
Who knows? Maybe you could make it sound good, but
yeah, I mean, there's some that...
not like the artist makes it sound bad, but it makes you look like shit.
I guess that's more of like a signature thing. But I guess like artists that play certain things, to me, I'm like, there's definitely a stigma around like Kemper and Axe Effects.
Yeah. But that's what everyone is moving to.
Yeah, I guess like to me, like with the Kemper and like Axe Effects thing, it was always like these like super tech metal bands or even shit like fucking like Steve Vai playing these, and I'm like, and then more and more I think about it, it's like other bands are starting to use them. Like Jimmy Eat World is fractals.
Yeah.
Blink-182 is like fractals and Kempers now, and I'm like, okay, well, it's like you can use them for your own type of thing, but
It's easier for the road crew to haul that shit around, you know?
yeah, definitely.
I see why it would be like a logistics standpoint, why it would be
Maybe
easy.
because we're older, we're like more accepting of it now. I think.
But I still wouldn't want that.
Okay, well, I think that fucking put a nail in that one.
Yeah. Kill it.
What's your next one? You got a quick one, a quick hot take.
Yeah, just a hot one.
Hold on, wait. Shut up. I got something for you, ass. Favorite pizza iteration. So not a pizza.
Not a pizza, but something like inspired by.
Yeah, like pizza rolls.
Okay.
Microwave mini pizzas. Lunchable.
I have a couple different ones. Like,
what's your go-to?
I can't just go to one.
Okay.
All right. So
You can't choose just one. Why don't you pop?
pizza, bagels. Okay.
Bagel bites.
No.
Oh,
no, like
shit.
a full pizza.
Like a full
Or
bagel.
sorry, full bagel.
Full bagel.
A full pizza. That's a bagel.
Full Monty.
Yeah. So it's like you pick whatever bagel you want. So you can put on a jalapeno bagel. You can put on a poppy seed bagel.
Oh, shit.
So it changes the game.
What?
Yeah. So you get it made. Yeah. So you get it done at Einstein's.
They do that?
Yeah, they do that.
What?
Yeah. And Einstein's isn't the greatest bagel place.
But they'll
But
do
it's
that.
pretty
I didn't know they actually could do that. I didn't know that was illegal.
It's all legal.
It's all perfectly legal.
Yeah, so you get a pizza bagel, pepperoni pizza bagel on whatever bagel you want.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, game changer. Okay.
Cinnamon raisin.
Another thing, which I've been doing for a long... Actually, there's two more. Okay, I'm going to list two. We'll go through them quickly.
Okay, you just steamrolled over my
I know.
joke. Go on.
What did you say?
I said cinnamon raisin.
Yeah, okay.
Bagel.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Landed.
Because you're
Landed that motherfucker.
Because you're a dumbass, you'd pick that one. You're like, I like those a lot.
I like blueberry. Let's put that on a pizza.
Yeah.
That's worse than pineapple.
Just to have it by itself?
And blueberry bagel? Yeah, I mean, blueberry bagels are garbage.
Huh.
It's like...
What about blueberry muffin, though? That's a different game.
That's garbage, too. Like, what are you doing with your life?
Oh, my God. I
Just
think
get a-
you need to expand. I think you're thinking of like Sara Lee prepackaged muffins and prepackaged bagels.
I'm going to derail this again. Favorite Hostess cake.
Oh, dang.
Favorite Little Debbie cake.
Little-
Go. No, Hostess, gun to your head. Go.
Oh, Nutter Butter. Oh,
Okay,
God.
Little Debbie Nutter Butter.
Little Debbie Nutter Butter.
I'm on your case on that.
But, I mean, is there another gun?
Another gun for Hostess.
Oatmeal.
Though.
That's Little Debbie.
Yeah. No.
Oatmeal
shit.
cream pie.
No, I'm
best
gonna
cream pie
stick
ever.
with Nutter Butter. The best cream pie you'll ever find on the internet is the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie. I was about to steamroll past that joke, but no, we had to stop
Oh, my God.
and marinate on that one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're like turning red.
Oh, that was
from
pretty good.
that one.
I laughed so hard on that one.
Oh shit.
Almost died.
But okay, so we got the Little Debbie's out of the way. I'm Nutter Butter, you're oatmeal.
Yeah.
Now,
could, like-
Hostess.
I
You
could
got
eat Hostess?
now for your Hostess, what's your brand? What's your cake? What's your treat? Not your brand. The brand is Hostess. Your treat is
I'd probably, just because they're just really hard to open and, it's probably Ding Dong. If they've been like slightly crushed, they're like the worst thing to unwrap out of tinfoil.
yeah. I'm gonna say,
But I don't think they come in tinfoil anymore. That's probably how long it's been since I've had them.
fucking garbage, but Twinkies because you get two in there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, you get single packs.
Only if you're an idiot, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a fucking moron, yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
our dessert.
Uh,
Prepackaged.
Now
dessert.
back, run it back to
I
the
had-
pizza topic.
I had two more.
You were doing
Okay.
the pizza ones.
Yeah, we're still doing so.
Okay, you had two. Jesus Christ.
Well, three
Okay,
total.
lay it on me. Lay it
All
on
right.
me.
So when you're at home and you have bread products and you have everything to make pizza, one of the perfect ones is to actually do a non-pizza.
Never done that.
So you have your non-bread that you can pick up like Trader Joe's.
Never done it.
NAAN. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not a non-pizza. Like, it's a deconstructed. Oh, it's an anti-pizza. No, it's non.
We're breaking the whole system down.
Jesus.
Go for it.
Yeah. So they're like personal. It's like a personal pizza. You make like two of them and you're good, which is great. There's that, and then pita pizzas. So you take your pita bread, right?
Yeah.
You break it in half, and then you pop it open. You have a little pocket. You throw everything in there, throw it in the oven. Boom, done.
What about French bread pizzas?
Yeah, that's probably another thing.
I just have one of those for yourself. Boom.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole French bread.
I only had one baguette. Sorry, officer.
But it's like French bread, so it's like a huge.
It's like 3 feet long.
Yeah.
You make little bruschetta.
And then that's you're like, oh, that's a well balanced meal right there. You take both sides of it.
Yeah, make a panini.
And then that's
back in Italy.
For me, I'm just bagel bites are gonna be the easiest way to go for the non, pizza iteration. Bagel bites. Oh my god, just like
Wait, was it Tortino's? What do they call them?
I don't think they were bagel bites. Was the brand. I
Oh.
think that was the one.
But the thing is, those had like little pieces of meat, and the little pieces of meat were garbage.
Still fucking good though.
Oh yeah, you
You're like, oh, they fucking sucked, but they were still fucking good though.
It's true. I don't know why I never thought of like making a sandwich. You just take one bagel bite and another bagel bite, and you go boom, stick them
I
together.
did that all the time.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't burn the roof of your mouth.
That's why I was a fucking fat little kid. Shit. What else? Another thing I was thinking. Remember, like, get those little personal pan pizzas from like Costco. Oh god, I would eat.
It comes with. It's in a tray.
Yeah.
You flip the tray over. It's got like a little like reflector in it,
and then you
put
microwave it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You feel like you just brought an easy bake oven with you to work.
No, those ones are fucking good.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we should bring it back to gear. I guess right. So
We could.
let's just hit up the next topic then.
Why do you like shopping at Guitar Center?
I'll start.
Yeah.
I do it kind of out of necessity. Like if I need strings like fucking now because I didn't plan ahead.
Yesterday.
If I needed them fucking yesterday, then I'm going to Guitar Center.
Yeah.
And they're going to have something I'm going to use. They're either going to have the, preferably the NYXLs,
Yeah.
which great fucking strings, or they'll have Ernie balls. Who the fuck doesn't have Ernie balls?
Yeah.
If they don't have any either one of those, fucking burn the place to the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Those are my brands.
You don't go there to pick up your Fender straps, your
Yeah, and I
Fender shirts.
in case I need a Fender Fedora. Yeah, I'll go there.
Fedora.
Pick up all my ladies.
Milady.
My lady. No, I think that's kind of out of necessity, but I do like perusing their used section online.
Oh.
Not in the store, because they usually have fucking garbage in the store.
A bunch of crate amps
that you cannot buy. You cannot pick up until like another month and a half. So like, oh yeah, you can buy this and then drive back here and pick it up. I'm like, what?
Unless it was like something really good.
Yeah. And so far I've seen stuff there. Okay, I've gotten a handful of things there. So I've gotten like a cab there that was kind of rare that I sold. Not really super rare. It was just like
what was it?
It was a Fender. Bring that back. It was a Marshall 1960B, like the bottom cab classic. So it was 100 watt greenbacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
16 ohm cab. It was really cool. And I shouldn't have sold it, but I did. And I have not seen them on Craigslist since. Like, I was just like, oh yeah. And I saw it there. I was like, how much is this? I was like, oh, it's like $300, $400. I was like, oh, because I think they were I think it was like $300 because they thought it was just a regular 300 watt cab.
Yeah.
Not the greenback one. And I was like,
dang,
these guys are fucking dumb. They're fucking dumb.
And who's more dumb now?
Yeah, that I sold it.
Dumbass.
I got my orange 4x12. So I'm living large now. So I do not regret.
Very large.
No regrets.
Those are like not only, I think, wider than some cabs. They're like deeper.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Super deep. Yeah, because you hold up against like a Marshall, they may not be as tall.
Yeah.
But they're like girthy. Okay.
Yeah. I'm digging orange. So like I said, I'm just gushing over orange. They're just the fucking best. But I Yeah, no, I mean, I did buy
Bought the Zoom.
Yeah, I bought the Zoom. That's always a good place because like they're gonna have that fucking Zoom shit.
Spoiler alert: we're not in your phone. We record this before it gets there.
Yeah, this is not live. We do not live in your phone or your iPod, I guess, if people do that. Either way, the Zoom. So I bought that from Guitar Center. It's just like certain things that I'm like, okay,
if it's there, yeah, coupon.
It's my money and I want it now. That's the kind of thing. If I need it now and I really, really want it, I don't plan ahead. I'll get it from Guitar Center.
Yeah.
And I will occasionally shop there used. They kind of have good deals on pedals sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I got my Flint from them for $240.
What?
Which does not sound like a good deal, but for a Flint, that is like, you know.
Well, they're like 300, right?
Yeah, they're like 280, 270.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was a little bit of a deal. But
yeah,
I got that from them. And then sometimes I'll get like discount codes or whatever.
That you can't use on anything.
Yeah, you can use it on some things. I use it on my Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like you look through no Zoom. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because they're like, yeah, we want to get rid of these fucking things. So that worked out. But no, I used to like going to Guitar Center a lot when I was younger. I used to love just going there and seeing drums, seeing guitars.
Yeah.
Like it was like the first time you could really go and see Gibsons and Marshalls and amplifiers. You know, I was like,
like legit
shit,
equipment.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's an Ampeg 810 here. These things are huge.
And refrigerator.
They got pork pies there. They have Zildjians here.
What year is it?
Yeah. Whoa. But no, I used to like it a lot when I was younger. But what about you? You seem like you had something to say.
No, that's I was gonna say that. I used to love it when I was younger. You go in there, you see all this stuff, but no one takes you seriously. They're like, yeah, I'm not gonna let you plug in to the 810 with this $1,600 bass. You're like, oh please, would you? I think that's
strapped with cash. You know, it's like I'm Scrooge McDuck up in this motherfucker right now.
I think recently,
I'm in the money. You're trying to convince them. you walk in there
throw
like
a bunch of ones on the ground.
You walk in there like what is it? The guy
Willy Wonka.
Who's the Monopoly guy?
Oh.
You look like him.
Something money bags or something bags.
Pennypacker? No.
Pennypacker.
That's Seinfeld.
Dang it, we'll have to look that up.
Either way, write in, tell us, leave us a comment on iTunes. Anyways, go on.
So I stopped liking going there once I had my whole like setup, rig done, which is like 06, 07.
Yeah.
I was done, So I didn't like going back in there. I'd go in there for strings, like you said, picks, whatever. I just felt really uncomfortable. It was not fun. Like I said earlier, they wouldn't let you play shit. They wouldn't give you a cable. If you didn't have a pick, you're screwed. It's oh, I want to try out this Diamond Series, whatever. Oh, there's no speaker cable, no power cable. You're like, I see what you're doing here, but I want to play this,
Yeah. And now, like all like their like nicer stuff, quote unquote, like okay, stuff that is $2,000. Not like that is like that's easy, straight for me. But I'm like, okay, if I really wanted to buy this, I'm like, I can't even pick it up.
Yeah.
And like I'm an adult now, so if I wanted to buy a $2,000 guitar, I should have the fucking right to like pick it up. But they don't even give you the option.
Yeah, I think they've just kind of done that to themselves. Like it's just not fun. It's not that it's like McDonald's play place or something, but it's just not a cool place to go.
Yeah,
to like try shit out. You just have to take someone else's word for it, and like I'll just buy it online. I'll just buy this pedal.
Yeah.
So I'd say I do have some fond memories of local Guitar Center.
Yeah.
I got to play a grabber there one time.
That was
should have fucking bought that, but I didn't have the money because I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was like $1,100.
Oh, that would have been
I didn't have that money to spend. I probably could have figured it out, but there's that. So you have like really cool vintage stuff that sits there, and then you have really garbage stuff like a Warwick Gecko.
Oh,
and then you're like, oh, you have 7 of them on the wall. Do you have a Fender, like like an actual bass that I want to play? Like, no.
Oh,
sorry,
God.
that one's on the very top row. We're not going to pull that down.
Oh,
but
God,
we have
those
the
things
Squires.
look fucking gross.
They look disgusting. Looks like someone just puked. Like the designer puked on the table and just traced around it.
We're like, oh yeah, this
That's
looks
it.
good. Let's add
Fire up the CNC machine.
Let's add some more phallic pieces onto the sides here,
Yeah.
and we're ready to
Some
go.
weird
And then
45-degree smooth angles.
and do some like grab some
Ugh.
shit ass looking wood.
Yeah,
and then
and-
like leave it natural, crappy.
Oh man,
This is a 5-piece chubba bingo
Satin.
wood neck with a satin
a satin finish.
fucking
4-piece base body that you can see where they glued them together. And there's blonde and brown. It's just they look like shit. So I think we killed that topic too.
Yeah, we're just
Probably
knocking
should
it,
move on.
knocking it out of the
Sorry, I'm just getting more
fucking
angry. I'm
park
like
here.
heating up. My face is turning red.
We're knocking it out of the fucking park. Take a sip of your bruchacho there. All right. So this is one that I had. Like it could be a quick one. Would you rather have a $1,200 guitar or two $600 guitars?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'd probably do two $600 guitars. Because, I mean, it's 50-50 shot that you got a good guitar there.
Okay.
That's not how things
You
work.
could have two shitty guitars that you can't sell, and
It's
then you got to
not
sell
like-
them for $400.
It's not like one could be good and one could be bad. It's like they both could be shit,
Yeah.
and they probably will be. No, actually,
Okay.
that's a pretty good price range still.
Yeah. You can get a good guitar for
Some good
$600.
guitars, actually.
This is like
And
okay.
used
how about,
or
let's do like this is like new or used range.
So I would get them and I would modify them to what
You could
I
probably
make some kick-ass guitars.
get.
Actually,
You know, you could probably get some lower end Gibsons, like a
yeah,
SG faded or something like that.
yeah, you
Gibson.
get- and then you could be scrounged at the bottom of the barrel where you find some Gibsons that have some broken headstocks.
Yeah. And
I
then-
mean, they're repaired nicely. We've
Yeah.
covered that before. They gotta be done right.
yeah.
But
You know, and then we're talking like $600 Reverend
Yeah.
range. You get your, Mexican Strats. I don't think you could get an American Strat for $600.
if someone was like
Highway
stupid,
Highway 1, yeah.
Highway ones are good though, right?
Yeah, they're
I mean,
kinda-
they're like they straddle that zone.
If
Like
they're not a Highway 1 Telly, I think would be cool.
yeah,
I think those could be kind of a cool guitar.
because they still use like
I think
you were
there's-
saying. We were talking about this the other day.
I think there's still nitro bodies.
Nitro, yeah,
And then
yeah.
but, yeah, I think those could be cool. Yeah, no, I mean
So
okay, what would you get? What was your ideal two $600 guitars?
are we talking guitars or basses?
Guitars.
Okay, I'd probably get something in the Gibson line, and then I'd probably get like you said, a Telly.
So
Probably
Telly and what, like an SG?
Yeah, an SG would be cool.
You get an
Or-
SG with the fat necks, right?
Yeah, like a baseball bat neck.
Because the one I have, you like a lot. Right?
Yeah, I like that one a lot. Yeah, and I would mod it. So I mean, I'd probably I get rid of stuff that I don't need on it.
Locking tuners for sure.
Yeah, locking tuners.
I think locking tuners are just such a convenience.
I'd probably paint it so it would look better.
yeah,
Some of those like stock colors look kind of
dumb.
they look dumb,
Yeah,
and
it's
everyone's got one.
Like
so
the faded Gibsons, like the Les Paul and SGs,
Yeah.
faded ones are shit looking.
pretty gross.
They look like, well, this is why you're getting it cheaper. Fuck it.
Yeah, we ran out of Sparkle Black that
I heard,
day.
on Guitar Nerds, Matt Knight had one that I think he did like some type of like wax finish that like it's basically like take like a buffer to it forever, and it
Huh.
actually came out really good looking.
Interesting.
But I'm like, I'd rather strip it and paint it.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Get some fucking Krylon on there and get something else on there.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much, and I think it's important making it your own.
Yeah.
But within taste. But I would paint the shit out of it. Probably change a bridge out. If there's no like, oh well, you can't spend more than $100 on each one.
Yeah.
You're screwed. But
I guess
you
we're
were
not
fucked.
I guess we're not that far. I guess for me, just to kind of like the bare bones, I do a $1,200 guitar. I get a nice Fender like Strat,
yeah.
Fender Telly, or
Yeah,
Fender
don't get me wrong. It'd be nice to have that.
Fender Jazzmaster. I get one of those and I would have a lot of fun. I have a Jazzmaster and I love it. I'd probably do a really nice Telly, like like not Mexican but an American Telly,
Yeah.
American Fender
What are you
Strat.
thinking?
I don't know, just like your standard Telly, like 3-position, 2 single coils,
Yep.
just like I don't know,
Never use the neck pickup. I got it.
No, I'm definitely more into using both pickups are actually
The same. Yeah, I got you. I'm just kidding.
And then Strat,
Why?
I'm like, your normal 5 position. I want the 2-point trim because you can actually use that and it'll go stay back in tune instead of the 6.1, which is fucking for looks and garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have a lot of fun with that. I think those would be kind of cool. Maybe it's my it fills that void that I don't have currently.
Yeah.
Of like I don't have a Strat and
yeah.
I don't have like a Tele. Like it just kind of like would be kind of cool. I think I would be into it, and you can get a lot of guitar for $1,200.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point, but I guess even bringing it back, if I didn't have all my guitars now, I would probably still stick with a $1,200 guitar.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't have any of my other ones. Those are all gone, for whatever circumstance. $1,200 guitar, it would force me to like get a lot of mileage out of that thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I think I want to be like, pull it back, give me one guitar, I'm gonna figure it fucking out.
I think for me, my thinking of 2 $600 guitars is having like
Total
something
variety.
Yeah, you could mix and match whatever you want, but I would have, if something was broken, I got another one.
Yeah, you have a backup.
But I think you're American, you're probably not gonna have any problems with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I break a string, I could just borrow one of your $600 guitars.
No, sorry, you can't have that.
Hands off.
Hands off the merchandise.
Okay, well, before we close this bitch out, I wanted to read some iTunes reviews because we have more since the last episode.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so we like we said before, if you guys leave us iTunes reviews, we're gonna read them on the podcast. So we have 3 new ones.
Nice.
You ready for these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this? So we have from Doug King 90. I think that's Douglas King.
I think
Probably
I know that
the
guy.
Nicest guy, the coolest guy on the internet.
Nicest guy on the internet.
It titled Freaking Tone Jerks, 5 stars. Awesome podcast. I love the content and the awesome topics and stories. Cool to hear from Brian and Kyle and all the guests. Hot takes on gear and inside looks at real working musicians. # working muso. Great podcast and a lot of fun. You guys are awesome. They said working muso. So we are constantly like working as a band, but we just have not gotten that paycheck yet. So
Everything's
like
going into that.
I like that. So thanks, Doug. Now these 2 are from people I don't know who they are. So that is actually really cool. I don't know who left these. And if you know it, leave it. If you're in the Facebook group, tell us like, hey, Brian, that's me, you asshole. Or like Instagram, whatever. Like, find us. You guys can, we're easy to get a hold of. So now this is leaving me in a constant state of arousal. 5 stars from Pep Stepper.
Oh my.
Brian and Kyle bring their A game every week. And he gives the shaka, not the shocker, but the shaka symbol.
Oh yeah. Hang loose.
Hang loose. Not the other kind of hanging.
Whoa.
Keep it going. From pedals to potatoes, they got you covered. Thanks for everything, guys. 3 exclamation points.
Oh man.
And then we have another one from Anthony 2614. 5 stars. Fantastic. You guys do a great job. I love the laid back energy and loose dialogue between you 2. Keep it up. 1 exclamation point.
Oh, okay. We'll take it.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I like that. So we hit those 3. So we know Doug. I'm pretty sure that's Doug, unless it's a different Doug King. But the other 2, I don't know who you are. So let us know. And thank you so much for leaving reviews. Whether you leave us a star review or written ones, those are fun too. We're gonna fucking read them out. So let us know what you think.
Join the Facebook group too.
Yeah, and I think we should say that.
Plug that.
It's a tight knit crew there, but join the Facebook.
It's growing.
Yeah, it's growing. Join the Facebook group. Let us know what you think. And if you guys want to help support the show, you guys can do so on Patreon.com. You guys can become a patron of the Tone Jerks for as little as $1 a month, but at $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. But
Nice.
Even at fucking $1, we're gonna fucking give you a shout out. So now let's run down the list here. We have the homies at the Flippin' Flippers podcast. We have
both of them.
Oh yeah, we have both of the Flippin' Flippers. Co and Paul, big support of the show. We love their show. You guys are listening to us. turn your fucking iTunes, your fucking iTunes, your podcast.
Turn the dial on iTunes over to...
Yeah, your podcatcher. Turn it to the Flippin' Flippers after you're done with us. Check them out. And then we have Fat Foot Effects.
All right.
And I want to say a little thing about that. Keep an eye on our Instagram and their Instagram. We might have something going on.
Something brewing.
Yeah, something fun. You might just, have a little something for you. Yeah. So be sure to check out our Instagram and theirs. Coming up soon. Something cool for you. I kind of wish I could have it. But a little hint for you. And then we have our homie at Telly Talks. He's at the YouTube channel, Telly Talks, RJ Smith. He's
RJ.
Homie. He helps us out with our videos and a lot of cool content coming your way with that. And then we have a new one, brand new, just in, like, coming in over the wire. Mr. Johnny Two Guns, Johnny Ray.
Yeah. Friend of the podcast.
You've heard his episodes. You know the boat show. You know his stories. Mr. Johnny Ray. He's very active in the group. He's very active on the podcast. So thank him for his Patreon support. It's really cool.
I like Johnny because he's really funny in person, but on the group he'll post something really informational,
really serious.
Check out this pedal builder. He's talking to you about his pedals. And
it's funny because people,
which is great,
on the podcast, and he's when he's in the group, he's to the point. He's like, "I am Johnny, and this is I'm gonna fucking school you on something." And then he's on the podcast, he's talking about dildos and shit like that. Anyway,
two sides of Johnny.
Two sides of Johnny Ray. So we love you guys. Thank you so much for your support, and even thank you so much for listening to us and your iTunes reviews. We are really flabbergasted that you guys are even fucking listening to us. Yeah, we are. I think we're running out of steam here. Just a bunch of hot air coming out. So I think we're gonna call it. We love you guys.
All right.
We will see you next time.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye bye. Is it weird to buy video games now and not actually own them?
No.
Doesn't bother you?
No. It actually bothers me
to have to own them.
Yeah, because I'll I want to play that game. And I click on it on my Xbox. I'm like, son of a bitch. That's that one I own. And I have to look for it. Okay, there it is. But the downside is I only have 1,000 terabytes on my Xbox, which isn't 1,000. Sorry. I have 1 terabyte. Just 1,000 terabytes. Sound like a dickhead. 1 terabyte. That's 1,000 gigs. Is that 1,000 gigs? Am I just really fucking lit right now? I can't think. It's not 100 gigs.
No, it's 1,000.
Okay. 1,000 gigs, right?
Yeah, no, that's right.
And I'm 85% full on that. And I've been almost 95, and I've deleted games I've already downloaded. So I can download them again, no problem.
So if you buy them, you can download them again.
Yes.
Does it save where you have been in the game? Or
it'll save that, it'll save the progress. Because if you think the game is huge, the file, but your progression through it is only a small. So I don't delete that. I delete just the major, because you can re-download that and it'll take an hour. Because it's let's say 30 gigs.
For a game.
Yeah. Is it really 1,000?
I think so. It's not it's not a million.
Tera. No, but it could be 100.
It's no.
No. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'm fucking
all right.
full.
Let's close it out here.
All right.